What's up, you amazing hackers? I hope you're all doing well today. So, I've got a controversial video for you guys. I've got a pretty controversial opinion about bug bounties, and I want to share this with you guys because it's really important that you know what you're getting into. Bug bounties are amazing, don't get me wrong. I might say some fueled by emotion stuff, I have pretty strong emotions toward bug bounties because I'm quite involved in hacking scene and I really enjoy doing it as well. But there's also a different side that I want to show you guys. So it's going to sound a little bit negative, but don't be afraid and watch this video till the end. That's very important because all the negativity is going to be turned into something positive. So here we go. For me, bug bounties is pretty simple. Imagine you're a company and you want to go do bug bounties. You have some money reserved for it. Say you have a budget of $100,000 for the bug bounties. Okay, so for the bug bounties, you don't want to spend all of it on bug bounties alone, because of course bug bounties are pretty expensive and you can have an internal pen tester that's a little bit cheaper and he can get rid of most of the bugs, most of the basic bugs that you can find, so that the bug bounty hunters don't have to look for that. And in that way, the bug bounty hunters can report really impactful bugs and you have more budget left because you don't have to pay for any of those basic vulnerabilities. So that's what we get as bug bounty hunters. We get a chewed up application that's already been chewed up by an internal pen tester, which is not really a problem, We have to think outside of the box. We have to think deeper. We have to dig very deep because we are bug bounty hunters. We are not internal pen testers. We're not going to find the basic vulnerabilities like reflected cross-site scripting in the search bar of a website, of the homepage. That's not going to happen in real life. It's very important that you guys understand that as a bug bounty hunter, you're going to have to find some really strange parameters to be able to find that cross-site scripting. Because first of all, of course, the pen tester has chewed up the application before you. But there's also a second thing. There might be other bug bounty hunters before you that went through the application as well. And they might have found some vulnerabilities. And of course, that means that there are less vulnerabilities for you to find. That's why some of you are getting so many duplicates, or like, let's say the informatives as well. This is another aspect of bug bounty hunting that's pretty important. I, as a company, determine how much money I want to spend on which vulnerabilities. I am the one who determines what's impactful towards my company. Now, why is this so important? I'm going to give you guys a really stupid example. Say, for example, you can look at the data of other users. So if it's a public website, that's going to be a lot more impactful because everybody can access that website. Where if it's a business-to-business application, you need to get hired to enter the application even, and only then can you start hacking. So the impact is going to be a lot less there for that kind of vulnerability. It's really important that you keep in mind what kind of target you're hacking and what kind of vulnerabilities you're going to find on that target. Now, as a bug bounty hunter, you start hunting on this chewed up application that other people have hacked before, and you think, oh, I'm going to make some money. I really want to make some money. This is why I'm doing bug bounty hunting, of course. Now, wrong, guys. Stop right there. You're not in this for the money. Let me explain this. So you have your chewed up application already. Now what this does is it enables you as a hacker. You guys are ethical hackers. You guys are doing an amazing job. I cannot put this any better. You guys are doing freaking great. But as a hacker, as an ethical hacker, you're going to have to look at this application that's already been chewed up, but it's not to find money. It's just to test your methodology. If you have your own methodology built up from other targets or from things that you have learned from, courses or whatever, it's really important that you realize that those targets are only there to provide you like a safe haven to test your methodology, and any cash, any extras that you get from that is really good, you know. A lot of people, they think of the bug bounty industry as exploitative, but I don't see it that way. It's not really exploiting people, it's giving people the opportunity to hack without being prosecuted. And that for me is a very big deal. Because you guys know how freaking hard it is, like if you find a vulnerability in the wild, if you're just playing around on some strange website and suddenly you get a cross-site scripting attack to pop, you know how hard it is to report that to that website. You know, probably don't even want to report it to the website because they might prosecute you. You never know. And that's why it's so important that we, first of all, of course, stick to the rules, that we read our scope, but that we don't see this industry as exploitative, guys. I mean, seriously, okay, it might be a little bit like, okay, you work a lot of hours, you don't get anything in return, but that's the wrong mindset, you know. If you go in to bug bounty hunting thinking, okay, I'm going to work like 20 hours now, and I want to make at least, let's say, $1,000. So that's the reasoning behind like a full-time bug bounty hunter. There are people who can do this, but they don't think that way. They don't think, oh, let me work 20 hours, I'll get $1,000 real easy, real quick. No, they think, let me work for 3 months, I'm going to get the highest vulnerability that I can find, and I'm going to report everything that I can find, even the low-hanging fruits, mediums. If it gives me some cash, I'm going to report it. And that's also a mindset you can take, of course. There's nothing wrong with that. But for me, it's super, super stressful. And I think for a lot of people, it will be stressful as well. Because this industry, first of all, hacking is not easy. You guys know how hard hacking can be. And second of all, this industry is super, super stressful. You're going to get duplicates, you're going to get informatives, you have so much to learn. The company might not even consider your bug impactful, and you're going to get very frustrated by that. That's a normal reaction to what's going to happen, you know. It's very frustrating to be a bug bounty hunter at times. But that's okay, you know. I mean, just talk it over with a friend, you know. Just come to our Discord, talk about how frustrated you are. Throw it out, get it out there, you know. Everybody's welcome. Link will be in the description below. I love all of you guys. I hope you found this view interesting. It's a little bit different, but please don't think of the bug bounty industry as exploitative. Please don't think of the bug bounty industry as something to make money out of. You can, of course, make money out of it, but any cash you get is a cool extra. You need to learn on those targets. So if you find something, this is what I'm going to quickly give you guys a methodology that you can use. Every single parameter that you can find, spam it with strange characters. Like if there is a number in there, put a character in there, put an exclamation mark in there, put all of the strange characters in there, send it to the server and see if you can get any errors back, you know, and really dig deep. Think why that error exists, think what is happening in the background, and that might enable you to find some more technical vulnerabilities as well. I am myself am more of a functional tester, of course. I really like software testing, and that's something I've been able to drag through to bug bounties, because I usually find like broken access controls and logic vulnerabilities. All that stuff is really easy to find for me, but I've noticed, like, and this is also something I would like to give you guys as a big tip. It's really important that you guys know this. There are platforms out there, bug bounty platforms. I'm going to give you guys a few examples. You have Integrity and you have HackerOne. So those are two platforms that you can hunt on. If you have the choice between the two, I would personally, but that's just my opinion, I would really go to the less crowded one. Now, why do I say this? Because you really want to avoid duplicates. For me, Integrity will be the less crowded one at this moment. That might change later on. You can go to Yes We Hack, you can go apply for Synac. There are so many platforms besides HackerOne and BugCrowd. Really do some research and get to find the platforms that don't have as much, you know, that don't have as much hackers, that don't have as much competition. It's really important that if you really want to avoid duplicates, that you do this thing like you first of all have to dig a lot deeper than all of the other hackers that went before you. You can take a couple of strategies there. You have to dig really deep. That's very important. Think outside of the box like a crazy person and find like crazy vulnerabilities that you can exploit. That's one path you can take. And the other path you can take is being first. Now, that's a really hard path. Why do I say this? Because when you really want to be first, I'm going to give you guys an example of google.com. If you want to, Google has a bug bounty program, and any company that it acquires, so if Google buys a company, for example, that company also falls within the scope of the bug bounty program after 6 months, because Google needs some time to integrate the company into their security standards. But there are people out there that have scripts ready that are running constantly and giving them notifications when new stuff comes out. And it's very, very important that you know those scripting things as well. You know, you have to find the new subdomains, you have to find the good sources. So that was a lot of tips there, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was just me talking a little bit about the industry, and I think it's heading in the right direction if we can just consider that we are hackers, that we are doing something that is actually illegal and we shouldn't be doing it, but we are learning it to protect the world, and these people are giving us a place to test our skills. How cool is that, guys? They are not prosecuting us, and they might even give us money or points or swag or whatever, and that's freaking amazing, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you later. If you did, please leave a like. It would really make my day. Thank you so much, everybody. See you later.